Hey guys, what is up? It's Dusty here, and welcome back to another episode of the Daily Crypto News. And today, I want to give you guys a quick update on exactly what is going on for crypto, as we've had some very crazy pumps today, some very crazy dumps today, and I think the situation is quite clear as of this point. And to simply explain it, there are three main things going on. We first of all have the midterm elections today. Obviously, that allows for some very volatile times. And again, we can see in the crypto market right now that things, well, they're surely quite volatile as Bitcoin went up to, I think, about $21,000 today, but actually went as low as $16,800 on some exchanges like Bybit. Just some massive volatility. Again, some exchanges, it did not go as low, with the aggregator here, CoinMarketCap, naming the low at about 17.6 thousand, but some other exchanges, well, it saw some very more significant dips. BNB also had some crazy pumps, at some point being up 25% on the day, right now actually being down 7% on the day, with the price also fluctuating between 300 and I think 99 or so. Here you can see 388, and on some other places as low as $280. A lot of other coins are just at a completely crazy point right now, with one of our main coins, obviously FTT. Not even sure exactly where it will be in the rankings, right here at number 56. This starting the day out at around $23, $22, and at some point today actually going as low as $2, dropping about 90% within one day. Right now it is at around minus 75. Now, again, to come back, there's about three main things going on. We have the midterm elections, we have the inflation reports coming up, and we obviously have the FTX Binance drama. To elaborate why the crypto market is going down as much, it's mostly because, well, FTX is assumed to either be insolvent or their investment arm, Alameda Capital Research, whatever, is supposedly insolvent. They've been lobbying against crypto a little bit in a certain way. Let's kind of exclude everything that we do not know for certain, and let's just say they've been called out for having some trouble. They stopped withdrawals, and then Binance came out to say, we're purchasing them, at least we're looking into it. And that's basically what caused the massive pump. But then people start realizing, well, this is all pretty shitty because, well, the second biggest exchange in crypto just kind of went bankrupt. And then Binance had some troubles because people are thinking, well, if FTX can go bankrupt, then Binance could too. What's going to happen to the Voyager deal? What's going to happen to this, that? People just started to get really fearful. And obviously, that's what you see happening to crypto right now. People's fear stacking on top of fear, stacking on top of manipulation. As well, one of the main tokens in the crypto space, FTX token. I don't know what position it was before, but this thing dropping 95% caused a little bit of a ruckus because a lot of other coins were in that same little ballpark. Like, for example, BNB basically got a lot of the value that was detracted from FTT. But there's a little bit of interesting, shenanigans going on where, again, there was some games that they were playing with the backing with loans that they were basically taking against their FTT. People are alleging that this could also happen to BNB to a certain degree. It's not all fair. It's just there's a lot of speculation and a lot of literal fear, uncertainty, and doubt, which is why the crypto market is so volatile. Now, to quickly come back on our additional point, we have the midterm elections, but also the inflation rate numbers in the US coming out on November 10th. So from right now, depending on where you are, in Dubai, it is tomorrow. In the US, it is in 2 days from now. Thursday, November 10th, we have the US inflation rate year-over-year numbers coming out. And by the way, it is raining here. Now, so the inflation rate numbers usually are a pretty volatile time for the entire markets, I guess. And specifically together with the fact that the midterm elections are right now on November 8th, well, yeah, that causes a lot of ruckus in the traditional asset markets, but specifically in crypto. Just for fun, here's a little chart from Bitcoin over on the 15-minute chart. You can just see the massive pump and dump that we have witnessed over the last couple of hours. This specifically is from Bitstamp, but on nearly every exchange, it was just absolutely mental, the amount of volatility that we've seen. Here's that part about the midterm elections, by the way. You can clearly see, I think you guys can all see, November 8th, national general elections right here. And in the stream that we did earlier, you guys explained to me a little bit more about how this all works. But generally speaking here, this is a volatile time. Having said that, if you're wondering what this means for the future of crypto, there's a couple things which are going to change. Now, one of those things is certainly the look that the US regulators are going to have towards crypto exchanges. It is very logical that because of FTX's massive amount of FUD that they've caused, that US regulators might actually go and have some stricter rules on crypto exchanges from here on forward. We do not yet exactly know though what they're going to say and what they're going to think. What we do know almost for certain, however, is that there is going to be some additional drama regarding Binance overtaking the second biggest exchange in crypto, FTX, because of the competition laws, basically. And what we do know as well, again, is that the crypto space is still pretty young, because one individual, mostly CZ, making a couple of remarks, having this much of a ripple effect, well, it showcases just how immature the crypto space is, and I guess also how much we still have to grow. But that is also, again, another plus, as this literally means by us investing right now, we're literally at the start, at the inception of this bigger wave. It's the way that I personally see it. The fact that these merger acquisition situations can still go on showcases at what infancy stage crypto still is, but also to what extent they have the craziest amount of, I guess, just influence. Even if we look at the lobbying that the crypto firms have done, it is bigger than the big pharma companies, for example, from crypto, from such a new industry. Now, again, honest talk, if you're asking me what I think is going to happen, I personally think the crypto space really won't be too much harmed by this, rather than it just being a very massive shockwave. If we look at the essentials of it all, it showcases, again, keep your crypto safe on, for example, a ledger if you're holding it for longer terms, so they can never really stop the withdrawals from you. It's a very important part. But also that Big Daddy Binance is always going to be there to, I guess, keep us safe to some degree, right? Then again, on the opposite end, it does showcase, again, the fragility of even the behemoths, even the biggest out there. And that should also be a lesson to all of us that things are never too big to fail. That doesn't exist. I said a little bit ago, I think yesterday or so in a tweet, that some massive volatility was bound. Now, I've been just absolutely memeing myself with all these freaking jokes with, for example, CZ walking into Alameda or FTX, like Elon obviously did with Twitter. But over on my Twitter, there's also a couple more serious notes. Like, for example, the fact that the volatility for Bitcoin was actually at an extremely low point. I said this yesterday because that's when I took the screenshot, for example, here. Somebody says, yeah, it's already dumped. It could be because I scheduled my tweet at roughly, let's say, 10 p.m. or so. And then I might have made a mistake right here with just posting it at 6 a.m. I usually try to schedule my tweets for sometimes like 10 minutes. If you guys know me on Twitter, sometimes I post like 4 tweets in 1 minute. And a couple of you guys said, please don't spam us like that. So I try to space them out by, for example, 10 minutes or so. But I might have made a mistake and published this one a couple hours later. But if you then compare the data, you'll notice, okay, this is obviously when the volatility was extremely low. Volatility was incoming. That's what we put over on Twitter. And actually just, this was 15 hours ago. A couple hours afterwards, things just start to go absolutely massive. You got to understand, crypto is becoming more and more popular every single day. This is fragility. It is scary, but fortunately for me, I actually had an FTT short open. I actually announced this over in our Telegram as well. If you haven't seen the Telegram yet, check it out with the link down below. I even made an emergency Telegram update even, which I don't usually do. But when CZ actually put over on his Twitter that they're liquidating all their FTT, that's when I knew enough. That's when I was like, okay, there's a very small probability that FTT will actually survive. So I told you guys all in our group, look into potentially shorting it. Don't just follow my advice, so to speak, but just check it out at least. I think I put this over in our Telegram as well. And there were a couple of different tweets that he posted. But yeah, I think that's mostly the situation right now. 2 other things real quick. If you're still looking for a crypto exchange to trade on, right now you can get a $1,000 free Bitcoin position over on Bybit. You can check out this link right here, or if you want a more direct link to the campaign, here's me, by the way, applying for McDonald's again, which it's not that nice, but hey, that's life. There's actually one over on my Twitter where you can actually, if you press this link, you see airdrop incoming. I think you just be redirected exactly to the, here we go, to the Bitcoin USDT perpetual page where you can basically claim $100 worth of a position. And this you can leverage with 10x, for example, to actually make sure it is $1,000 or potentially even more. But you can see it right here, right? You can also check out BitGet. It's also an exchange that I like. These two, with Bybit, I've met the guys in real life. I like the CEO. I think he's one of the best guys I've met in my entire life. Really awesome dude. Then over on BitGet, I personally like the exchange the most because they allow for so many ridiculously many options. There's a couple of good parts about it, which is why I keep talking about it. But right now, I would say my most trusted exchange ever is obviously Binance, in terms of that I've seen them talk the most about the acquisitions or so. There's actually a link for Binance down below as well. The most one I use most frequently myself for trading is Bybit, and the one that I think is up and coming but very freaking nice for bonuses and whatnot is surely going to be BitGet, and I believe people in the US can even use it as well. Then again, guys, I should also say I have launched a new channel. It is called Crypto Basic, and I'll leave a link down below. It is mostly just these whiteboard animated tutorial videos for cryptos. And just let me know down below what you'd like to see an explainer of. The thing is, though, I am working with some people to create this, and so they're not going to be as perfect as, if I were to sit here for 15,000 hours and make them all myself. But I'm going to try and make them the best of the quality possible. And all I want from you guys is just to go to those comment sections of the videos and let me know what I can improve on these pieces, or potentially what was wrong, so I can be, better the next time, basically. Because I'm planning to upload every crypto tutorial on the planet. I don't know. I'm thinking of a lot of cool things to post. So don't go subscribe if you're not interested in this. Just go subscribe if this is something you're into. They're just going to be crypto tutorials in a simple manner. And I think the next one is going to be Polygon, just an explainer of what it is, and then potentially XRP. Because I think a lot of you guys would actually like to know a little bit more about the background of XRP. So yeah, that's hopefully going to be coming up. But I'll leave a link down below. Just go ahead and check it out. And yeah, that was it for today's little crypto update. Things are crazy right now, but I personally think things will get better. I just keep on buying, and that's about it. See ya.